Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Golden Bears Sports Network. We are here at Bryan High School, and today we got doubleheader action for you. First with the Bryan girls taking on Defiance. The boys will play later this evening. I'm Thad Goff, along with Chris Malengo. Well, the Golden Bears off to a pretty decent start, got their first winning streak of the season established after they beat Hicksville earlier this week. Defiance also coming off a W earlier this week. They're 3-3 on the season. In fact, Defiance already on a 2-game winning streak as well. So this has the look of being a pretty good game.
Yeah, it really does. And, if you're going by the JV game, that definitely isn't the case because that game was a 40-point victory for the Golden Bears. But, here in this game, anything can go because both teams are pretty evenly matched. I used to cover Defiance Lady Bulldog basketball back in the day. And, the 2 seasons I covered them, they were pretty ineffective. They weren't very good. They didn't win very many games, but the coach that was the JV coach when I was there was Rafael Manriquez, and he's now the varsity coach, and Defiance has had some success as of late.
They have, especially last year. They won 19 games a year ago, and so certainly they've got a little bit of a slow start off to this season, but certainly capable of turning around at any moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And, they are not a very senior-laden team. Sadie Tuckerman, Alex Hartman, and Sarah Markowski are the only 3 seniors on the team. So they're going to rely on their juniors, which are the bulk of that team. And those juniors are going to have to step up and, play well this year for the Bulldogs to have much success.
Both the Golden Bears and the Bulldogs have been thriving mostly on defense. The Bulldogs, the most points that they've scored on the season so far was 60 points. Golden Bears, they put up 55 in their most recent game against Hicksville, and they did that largely by way of forcing the turnovers, and 31 turnovers in all. Most of those were forced, but a number of those were unforced, it seems like.
Yeah, and I don't think you're going to see 31 turnovers by this Defiance team. They're a team that prides themselves on taking care of the basketball, and so the Bears are just going to have to find a way to stop these ladies, and they're going to have to come out and make their shots and then play well on the defensive end.
Now, size-wise, as far as the starters are concerned, the Golden Bears would have a little bit of an advantage, particularly with the likes of Kennedy Lamberson, McKendry Seamer, and McKenna Grube. Lamberson 5'8", Seamer 5'9", and Grube 5'10". Only one player who's 5'7" or more in the starting lineup for, 5'8" or more for the starting lineup for Defiance. That is Carly Smitty at 5'10". So at least as far as the starters are concerned, the Golden Bears would have the size advantage. We'll see if that plays a factor as the game goes on, and of course we'll also see what both teams bringing off their bench.
Yeah, absolutely. The bench points are huge. Thursday night you saw great bench points from Delilah Taylor and then Addie Arnold, and those two each had double figures. So I think Coach Groschine is hoping that his bench will continue to produce like that throughout the season and really have an impact on this game.
Taylor and Arnold, by the way, are dressing again tonight, as is Amaya Valderas, who also dressed and got some good minutes in that last game on Thursday night, but did not get any points in that game. That may be different tonight. Well, we will take a break and come back to tell you what the starting lineups look like here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Some people say that Bob Stanton and Santa might be the same guy.
Just like Santa, Bob makes people really happy when he hands them the keys to their new Ford car or truck.
Both are jolly guys who love kids and cookies. Plus, when was the last time you saw Bob and Santa in the same place at the same time?
He's got a point.
If a new Ford or Lincoln is in your holiday plans, come see Bob Sand at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
The hands-on training and education at Northwest State opens doors for good paying career opportunities with great local manufacturers. That helps me, my family, and my community.
For over 40 years, Bryan, Ohio has been home to the only import vehicle repair specialist in Northwest Ohio, Suburban Auto. Whether it's an Asian or European vehicle, Suburban has the knowledge and experience to keep your import or domestic car running strong. Do you have a hybrid vehicle that's acting up? Suburban is your one-stop hybrid repair shop. Don't be fooled by the one-size-fits-all repair shops. There is no substitute for experience. Come see the import repair pros, Suburban Auto.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail. displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
And welcome back to this edition of High School Basketball on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Thad Goff along with Chris Malenga. It's doubleheader action today from Bryan High School. We got the girls game first and the boys game scheduled to start at about 7:30. Got a JV game before that one. And in the meantime, we'll read you the starting lineups for both teams. First for the visitors from Defiance, Joanna Schlatter at 5'7" gets the start. She's a sophomore along with juniors Jordan Davis and Tammy Aguilera. Alex Hartman, a senior, gets the start at 5'4", and Carly Smitty at 5'10", a junior. She rounds out the starting lineup. For the Golden Bears, again, they've got the advantage size-wise, but how much of a factor will that play in this game? Brooke Lamberson gets the start, along with Kennedy Lamberson and McKenna Groob, and also rounding out the lineup are Kayla Arnold and McKendry Seamer. But, you know, you can't overstate it. The bench was very productive for the Golden Bears. We talked about this early on, but you just can't overstate the importance of good bench play.
Absolutely not. I mean, you had double figures from your first two off the bench. I think there were 5 players in double figures at the game, at least 4. There were at least 4. So, you know, that bench, kind of critical. And if they continue to play well, the Bears will have success.
Yeah, I believe the other 2 in double figures were Kennedy Lamberson and McKenna Groob. But it looks like we are about to have the national anthem. We'll take a break for that here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
You don't always see them, and they don't always see you. That's the time to call Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs in Edgerton. Many of today's vehicles feature very durable and lightweight aluminum construction, and we are proud to be one of the few shops in the area with the proper tools and certified technicians to bring that aluminum beauty back to life. Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs on State Route 6 on the east side of Edgerton.
Here at the Williams County Veterans Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veterans Service Office.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU Extended Basic Cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Here's play hosts to the Hicksville Aces here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Chris Malanga and Thad along with you. And Thad, you know, Bryan 2-2 on the season. They went loss, win, and so hopefully that trend is.
They'll have a JV game for the boys, and then we'll be right back on the air for the boys' varsity game between these same two schools.
Yeah, you know, it's nice that they can do it all together. I think there actually might be a couple of quarters of freshmen in there as well.
Yeah, I think so, because if I'm not mistaken, at least Bryan's boys and girls teams don't have a freshman team like a lot of high schools.
Right, they didn't have enough players on either side to do that, so. Let's see if we can go down to the floor and get some of these lineups.
Starting lineups being announced. Disappointing note, Kelly Miller, junior guard, is going to be out for the year with a torn ACL. Talked to Todd Grosjean about that before this game. So that's it's only one injury at this point. Everybody else is healthy, but I mean, you're talking about a player who's only going to have 1 year of high school ball left. It's got to be difficult for Kelly.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, she's a big contributor to the team. She likes the three-point shot, and, you know, she's been a good contributor since she's been a freshman.
So we'll have the tip at half court. Carly Smitty and McKenna Grube to take the tip, and it's won by the Golden Bears. Brooke Lamberson kicks it to the top of the key. Starting out in, well, originally a 1-3-1, more of a perhaps a matchup zone by the Bulldogs to start things out, and Lamberson has it out on the wing. Well, Hicksville started out with a lot of zone against these Golden Bears on Thursday night. The Golden Bears were able to win that game handily, but the first possession comes up empty here today against Defiance.
Yeah, Defiance did not let them get inside, but then right away a turnover for the Bulldogs.
And a good double team along that block. Kayla Arnold forcing the turnover and keeping the possession alive for the Golden Bears as well there.
Yeah. So Defiance going to put a little pressure on there.
That's right, a little 2-2-1 zone press by the Bulldogs as Arnold gets it across the timeline. That nearly got away from Brooke Lamberson. Check that, I think that's Seamer out there on the wing. There's Lamberson on the opposite wing. She had the open three, but instead kicked it inside. But here's an open three. That doesn't go. And a good decision there by Tammy Aguilera to just let that one go.
Yeah, Bears 0 for 2 now.
Defiance so far has not taken a shot. Of course, we're only a minute and 10 seconds in. Only had one possession so far. This is Smitty with the basketball. Double team comes, and good save there by Aguilera. It was not really a close save, but that ball was headed to the backcourt. Down to 6:28. Of course, there's no shot clock in high school basketball, at least not in the state of Ohio. It's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Bulldogs.
Bears doing a nice job. Bulldogs not able to really run their offense, and Bears just staying in front of everybody. Ooh.
And off the inbound, they're going to call double dribble there. That was close to being over and back because she touched the ball. It looked like in the front court and then went to the back court. That didn't get called, but in the end, it's a turnover.
That's right.
This will be the third possession of the game for the Golden Bears. They are 0 for 2 from the field so far, but Defiance has yet to take a shot. They've turned it over twice.
And Defiance has now moved into a man-to-man defense.
Look inside to Seamer, and that's going to be a kickball. That was a tight window to pass into. Inbound for Arnold. He's thinking about the three, instead passes it off to Grube. And here's Lamberson going one-on-one. Kennedy
Nice
gets
move,
it back
Kennedy.
from Brook, and a foul. So Lamberson with a chance to get the Golden Bears on the board. They call the foul on Jordan Davis.
So here first, team first. You know, I really like Kennedy's basketball moves. She never gives up and always tries to get it where she needs to go. And always likes fighting those defenders down low.
And Kennedy Lamberson, you could say that basketball is in her blood. She not only has a younger sister on this team.
Well, her
She was
cousin's
2 for
on the
2.
team.
Oh, cousins.
Yep.
My apologies, but I believe her older brother Peyton Lamberson played basketball here.
Yep.
Got a brother Cannon Lamberson who plays on the boys team still, and if I'm not mistaken, both her parents are assistant coaches.
Yeah, and her mom actually was Kathy Musser. She was one of the leading scorers for Bryan. If you know, over on the wall there, back in '87, she got 1,052 points. And so she does come from a basketball bloodline. I just checked out the new Hall of Fame out in the lobby out there, and her picture's up there. And, you know, she's a great basketball player. It's a basketball family.
And unfortunately, speaking of the Lambersons, it was Brooke Lamberson who committed that last foul. And that ball poked away. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Have yet to see a made field goal so far in this game. We also have yet to see Defiance get a shot off. They've turned it over twice. Good screen from Davis. Loose ball. Aguilera able to recover. Man-to-man defense by the Golden Bears, and a good screen there from Davis. Aguilera well guarded, and a tough pass to Davis. Leaner doesn't go, but a second chance for the Bulldogs. First time they've gotten a shot off, but they don't get it to fall. There's a pull-up jumper, Aguilera, no good. And it's Grube with the rebound.
Good defensive effort there by the Golden Bears.
And that one's thrown away. They're going to say last touch by Defiance. So Lamberson to inbound. And she was right on the line. Arnold was, or close to it. And she caught that inbound. Here's Lamberson. To the top of the key, Seamer. Arnold open, shot fake, and hits a jumper.
I like that move by Kayla Arnold, too. She was out there. She had the three, but she was able to ball fake, put the ball a couple steps inside, and get a good bucket.
Aguilera guarded very well. I think that's Arnold defending her. It is. Double team against Schlatter and a foul. And they call the foul on Kennedy Lamberson.
Yep, that'll be her first, team second.
So a free throw opportunity for Joanna Schlatter. Actually, I think it's Schlatter is how it's pronounced. Starts out 1 for 1. Golden Bears already on a 2-game winning streak, but so are the Bulldogs. Golden Bears trying to improve to 4-2 on the year. Bulldogs trying to improve to 4-3.
Bears having a hard time getting over. Kayla Arnold's going to have to move quickly.
That 2-2-1 press that they've used a couple of different times. Pull-up jumper is no good by Delilah Taylor, but an offensive rebound ripped away. And Smitty comes up with it. 3.5 to go. Still a lot of basketball left to be played. Defiance does not have a made field goal yet. Floater doesn't go. That was Olivia Moats in off the bench with the miss. And back come the Golden Bears the other way. Taylor from the baseline got it.
Well, she's not one of two on the night, and again, she was really, really critical in the other night's game. Now the Bears showing a little bit of pressure.
Started out man-to-man, but they bring the press late, and traveling is called. I think that's at least the third turnover against Defiance so far in this one.
Yeah, it is. Bears just with the one.
A 6-2 lead. Bears, the two made field goals already in this game. Defiance does not have one, but they almost forced a turnover. That was Aguilera poking it out. And the rebound pulled down by Rayleigh Gonzalez. Aguilera, the step back jumper, got it.
That was a nice move by Aguilera to put that up and in.
And now another press here by the Bulldogs.
They need to get it moving.
They get it to Taylor.
Still not over. Still not over.
And now Arnold may have, that's a 10-second call.
Yep.
Did not get it over in time.
Anytime you have a press going on, you got numbers ahead. But it's just so critical with all those bodies standing there. Not able to get it around.
This is Moats with the ball. The feed inside knocked away. And a good defensive play, even though the ball goes right back to the Bulldogs. But Grube able to keep the easy basket from taking place. Bailey Krupp has checked into the game for Bryan. Short inbound to Gonzalez, trying to make a move on the inside, and they're going to call her for traveling. I believe that's 4-2 on the turnover margin. We've had a grand total of 3 made baskets from the field, 2 for Bryan, 1 for Defiance. Good ball movement to Arnold on the opposite end of the floor as the Golden Bears do beat the press. A little 2-3 zone this time from Defiance.
Alan Miley back in the game now, down on that right wing.
3 ball from the corner, no good. That was Taylor. Battle for the loose ball. Defiance has it. And up ahead to Aguilera. Gonzalez along the block. Kicks it back out. Well, Gonzalez had the one-on-one matchup, but could not get a shot off. Another one-on-one matchup with Taylor.
Bears defense is playing very, very well right now.
Lob inside, late double team, and a foul. That's going to be on Arnold, I do believe. She came in with the help side D.
I tell you what, that one I'm not so keen on because she was stripping the ball, but maybe she got some skin as well. I don't know.
So here's Gonzalez at the free throw line. Rayleigh Gonzalez, a 5'10 junior. Starts out 0 for 1. Trinity Shirk is in the game for Defiance, a 5'5 junior. For the Golden Bears, well, Shellen Miley already came in earlier in this game. Yep. That's an air ball. There's no need for there's no need for a rebound, I should say.
I see Eddie Arnold in as well.
Eddie Arnold got some good minutes off the bench Thursday night in the victory over Hicksville, but another 2-2-1 press by the Bulldogs.
Right down low.
This has forced one turnover, this 2-2-1 press, but this time it doesn't happen. As Defiance is back into the 2-3 zone. Golden Bears had some trouble with the zone on the last possession, but they get the foul here. And they're going to call Carly Smitty. Having Smitty and Gonzalez on the floor at the same time, that does give the Bulldogs a little bit extra size.
Absolutely it does.
Again, if you just look at the starting lineup, it was the Golden Bears who had the size advantage. But now the Bulldogs and the Bears have both dug into their bench. That 3 is good. Kennedy Lamberson her first bucket from the field, and the Golden Bears have a 5-point lead. And how big was that with it only being a 2-point game? Chance for the Golden Bears to maybe steal back some momentum. Feet inside. Gonzalez, good position, but didn't use the glass. You know, back when I played, that was a big point of emphasis. Use the glass when you have it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Gonzalez didn't.
She was able to fake out Addie Arnold, kind of move underneath her, and then you're right, she put it up and didn't use any of the backboard.
And there's that 2-2-1 press. That's already forced one turnover. Golden Bears do get this across the timeline, but right out of the press, there the Bulldogs go into that zone. That shot was blocked, but they're going to call the foul on Smitty. Must have gotten her on the backhand. They'll send Taylor to the line.
Now, I will say that I'm an equal opportunity basher, that I think that was a clean block.
No one would argue with you. You clearly are an equal opportunity basher. 0 for 1 to start out for Taylor.
Don't want to be accused of being a homer, even though we are on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Brandon Fisher, if you're watching, take notes. He's probably not watching. He's getting ready for the next game.
That's right.
That was Taylor, 1 for 2. She's got 3 points total in the game and a 10-4 lead for the Bears. 3 from the wing, off the mark. Only had 1 made 3 in the game. And the Golden Bears running out of time. They're not going to get a shot off. Well, that may be one of the few things to complain about for Todd Grosjean, that his team didn't get a shot off when they had time after the inbound.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what happened there, but there we go. So,
well, we'll take a quick break and come back for the start of the second quarter on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Some people say that Bob Stanton and Santa might be the same guy.
Just like Santa, Bob makes people really happy when he hands them the keys to their new Ford car or truck.
Both are jolly guys who love kids and cookies. Plus, when was the last time you saw Bob and Santa in the same place at the same time?
He's got a point.
If a new Ford or Lincoln is in your holiday plans, come see Santa, Bob Sand at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
For over 40 years, Bryan, Ohio has been home to the only import vehicle repair specialist in Northwest Ohio, Suburban Auto. Whether it's an Asian or European vehicle, Suburban has the knowledge and experience to keep your import or domestic car running strong. Do you have a hybrid vehicle that's acting up? Suburban is your one-stop hybrid repair shop. Don't be fooled by the one-size-fits-all repair shops. There is no substitute for experience. Come see the import repair pros, Suburban Auto.
And we are back here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. It's a 10-4 lead for the Golden Bears as we are ready to start the second quarter. And tipped away on the inbound, that's Bailey Krupp with the steal. Little Euro step and a foul.
I'll take that anytime you start a quarter. That's stealing the possession arrow away.
Heck of a play there by Krupp. And you're right, because the next jump ball is going to go to the Golden Bears. I don't think we've really had a jump ball, though, in this game.
That's Schlatters' first foul. They have 5 up on the scoreboard, but I only have 4, so I must be missing something.
I believe it was Monday night when the Golden Bears shot 21 for 25 from the free throw line.
They did not shoot particularly well against Hicksville, though.
No, they didn't. They were under 500 in that game. And today they got to be hovering around 50%, 3 of 6. They're right at 50%. Still a 10-4 lead, and the feed inside, and that shot is good. Tough shot off the glass, Sadie Tuckerman.
And that actually touched the Bryan Golden Bears on the way in. She was still able to pull down that pass.
And here's that 2-2-1 press again, but the Golden Bears do beat it. Again, that did cause a 10-second count earlier in this game. 3-ball goes.
That's Addie Arnold on that one. So Arnold now with first 3 points of the game.
So the Golden Bears extend their lead to 7. It's the largest it's been so far. They've only had 2 made field goals by Defiance.
I was wondering if they were going to whistle that.
Yeah, Tuckerman definitely started into a second step before she made the pass.
That's 5 Defiance turnovers.
see that press again. Golden Bears got to get it across the timeline. They do. Into the hands of Krupp and can't put it in close. But an offensive rebound by Grube, and she gets it blocked. Sadie Tuckerman with the block there. She got the points earlier in this quarter. Aguilera loses the ball. And Arnold will come back across the timeline. Back out to Lamberson. Her three ball is no good. Had one made three total in this game. That was Kennedy Lamberson who made that one, and this ball out of bounds to the Bears.
Actually, there's two made threes because Kennedy Lamberson had one, and then Arnold did.
Another 2-2-1 press. And Grube wanted to hustle it across the timeline. Golden Bears do avoid the 10-second call. Arnold for three. Too strong. And that's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say that it was touched last by Trinity Shirk.
Wow.
Took a swat at it.
We'll take it.
They might be right on that one. She did take a swat at that ball. Into Arnold. Defiance sets up in that zone again. They've been consistent since about midway through the first quarter. They've started with the full court press and then went to the 2-3 zone in the half court. Double team and a steal.
Wow.
By Aguilera.
That was a good steal.
She's well guarded. That's Arnold. And a foul. Nope. Yeah, they are going to call a foul.
That's Arnold's second.
Fourth team foul against the Bears. We're a ways away from either team being in the bonus at this point. Shirk on the drive. Tough catch. Shot doesn't go. Kendall Black with the miss. Here's Addie Arnold across the timeline. Lamberson. Defiance back in the man-to-man this time. Pull-up jumper no good by Miley, but an offensive board. I believe that was Brooke Lamberson. Miley will try again. And a foul on the Golden Bears. It's going the other way. Well, even though that was an empty possession, it's certainly good to see Shallon Miley back in the game after she missed Thursday night's game.
Yep. Kennedy Lamberson's going to pick up foul number 2. So I think she may be having a seat. She is, as Seamer comes in for her.
So each team listed with 5 team fouls thus far this half.
I'll check that at halftime because I only have Defiance with 4. I guess we'll figure it out if they go bonus.
Now the Bears bring some full court pressure. And they use their press heavily in the game against Edgerton. Tough shot, and Grube snatches the rebound.
Boy, McKenna just came in there and got that rebound, didn't she?
She sure did. She's got the size advantage over a lot of the kids on this court, 5'10". And we're going to get a timeout. 30-second timeout.
That's Coach Grosjean taking that timeout. He's very frustrated about something. Let's take a look at some stats real quick. Defiance is 2 of 9 from the field. Bryan 4 of 15. Bryan is 2 of 5 from behind the three-point arc. They're 3 of 6 from the foul line. Defiance also shooting 50% from the foul line, 2 for 4. Bryan has 9 rebounds. Defiance is 5. And then turnovers, Defiance with 6, but Bryan with 5. So both teams pretty evenly matched right now, and it's 13-6.
And, you know, earlier in the game, the focus was how could Bryan find a way to beat this 2-3 zone that Defiance was using, but Defiance has kind of switched it up in this last possession.
Yeah, they really have, and, you know, they have switched to man-to-man. They are guarding the key. They're going to force Bryan to shoot from the outside, and so that's kind of where things stand. And, you know, Coach Manriquez trying to get his team to play some better D. and trying a couple different things. I like it.
Only got 2 made threes in the game, so that defensive strategy by Coach Manriquez certainly paying dividends, and that could have been called over and back, probably should have, but it doesn't matter.
And it could have been called an offensive foul as she pushed off with the elbow when she was trying to make that pass.
4:15 to go. Tough shot and a foul, which will send Davis to the line. That's on Seamer.
That's her first, team 6th.
Jordan Davis yet to score in this game. Just 2 made field goals in the game so far for Defiance.
Missed that
off the front iron. You know, I believe Todd Grosjean told me in the postgame interview as that free throw goes down, free throw shooting's contagious. You knock a few down and kids get confident. We'll see if that starts to happen as the game goes on, because so far both teams not great shooting from the free throw line so far.
Now they broke the press that time down, but the difference was they brought a bunch of girls back to help out with it.
And that rebound snatched away by Davis. But Davis is 5'7". She just had better position that time. Loose ball toward the timeline. And I think they called, nope, over and back. Both officials were asking each other for help, and
they must
far side official called the over and back.
Well, I mean, they call that on the ball, not the foot.
Right.
And so the ball was definitely over, but she maintained a tightrope-esque atmosphere with that center line and her toes on the center line.
The Golden Bears get the possession. Here's Taylor with the kick. Defiance has switched to the man-to-man. Triple team on Seamer, and she gets fouled.
Yeah, and 32, Carly Smitty. That's her third.
It's a non-shooting foul, so it'll be an inbound from the baseline. And a long one to Taylor. Lamberson a pull-up. Got it.
That was nothing but cords right there.
Brooke Lamberson. Her first points of the game. Nice drive, but the bucket doesn't go. Davis puts it in. Jordan Davis with the answer for Defiance. Kick to the top of the key. They look inside and stolen away. Aguilera one-on-one. Slows it down so her teammates can catch up. She definitely did not have numbers there.
No, she did not.
High pass somehow finds its way to Schlatter, but the Golden Bears will come the other way.
And again, that touched a couple Bryan Golden Bears on the way in.
Taylor.
Did they get an assist if she made that?
We ought to make a petition for that. Inside, and Grube got fouled.
She got fouled on the floor, but if this is correct in the fouls, we do have bonus.
Yeah, they're going to let her shoot free throws, 1-and-1 coming up. Olivia Moats will come back in. I think that's Smitty going to the bench. It's been a few minutes since she committed her third foul.
Yeah, it has.
There will not be a second free throw. Back the other way comes Schlatter. Loose ball stolen away by Lamberson. A pickpocket by Brooke Lamberson. Good ball movement around the perimeter.
They're being very patient, which I like.
3 ball from Arnold, no good. And a foul on the rebound, and that's going against the Golden Bears. And this is going to be 1-and-1 for the Bulldogs. It's on Seamer, that's her second. So now you've got 3 Golden Bears with 2 fouls apiece. That's Seamer, Arnold, and Lamberson. And Davis misses the front end. Double team and a foul. That's going to send Riley Burge to the line.
That's on Gonzalez. And that's who the other foul's on. Gonzalez has 2. That's where I missed.
It goes to the 8th team foul against Defiance. Off the front iron. Slaughter, well guarded. As we're inside the final 2 minutes of the first half. Driving to the lane and scoring is Aguilar.
That was a good move there. They drew the defender out, and then they...
Oh, that's a definite foul.
They drew the defender out and then were able to get in, and that's actually going to be her 3rd foul, too.
Gonzalez with that one. And I want to correct myself. I said that Aguilar scored that bucket. It's Aguilera. Tammy Aguilera.
Just think of Christina.
And the first free throw good. You finally get a made free throw.
Just 3 of 8. I'm sorry, 4 of 9 now.
I had a feeling somebody was going to reference Christina at some point in this broadcast. Yeah, I think what I was thinking of was Brewer slugger Jesus Aguilar.
Just a recovering radio DJ. I'm sorry about that.
Well, I used to be a DJ, but I DJ'd country radio.
Conway Twitty. We're good there, right?
It was mostly modern day country, like Brad Paisley and those kind of guys. Missed possession there, but traveling called on Groove. Taking a long time to get it in is Aguilera. And she's basically going to be bailed out there. That was knocked out by Burge.
And Defiance is going to call a timeout.
Rafael Manriquez calling the timeout there. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay with you for this one. 1:14 to go, and another defensive battle, you might say, in this game, much like the one we saw on Thursday night.
Yeah, definitely. There are a couple things here. Bryan both teams are very cold shooting. Defiance 4 of 15, Bryan 5 of 18, and the 5 of 10 from the line. Put 5 more points on the board. Pretty evenly matched on rebounds and fouls, and turnovers are definitely matched 7 and 7. So kind of an evenly matched game right now. Bears are fortunate to have the 6-point lead. It'd be really good to stop them here and get another bucket before the end of the half.
Neither team shooting very well from beyond the arc or at the free throw line. In fact, I don't believe Defiance has taken very many threes. They barely avoid the 5-second count here. They were pushing at that time.
That was a good catch there, too, by Jelana Schlatter.
That shot doesn't go, but a second chance. Putback is missed. That was Kendall Black trying to get it in down low. Loose ball, Bryan ball. Six-point lead for the Bears with less than a minute to go. Kenny Lamberson is back in.
Yep.
Well, and now the scoreboard just went out.
That's not good. 17-11.
It's one of those things that happens every now and then.
59
well,
seconds
luckily it doesn't seem to be a permanent problem. The far side scoreboard is back on.
Yeah, there you can see there it goes.
If you need confirmation that the scoreboard's having problems, there you go. But they seem to be fixed. Inbound to Grube. Against that 2-3 zone again, they get it into Burge.
Too hard.
Won't go. Taylor back in the man-to-man with a little pressure. Taylor going for the steal. She's got it. Can she get to the basket? She does. Delilah Taylor.
That's what I'm talking about.
Burge going for the steal. Nearly got it. And a foul.
Now, the problem with doing that is you're going to put somebody down low without a person on them. And that person was Sadie Tuckerman. She missed the shot but was fouled.
Tuckerman at 5'8".
That'll be Delilah Taylor's first foul. And this is 18 fouls.
Front end is no good, but it was a shooting foul. And Miley back into the ball game. Just 26.3 seconds showing on the clock. 1 for 2 is Tuckerman. And if the Golden Bears choose, they can drain the clock down and hold for the final shot if they can get it across the timeline, and they don't. And the bucket goes for Schlatter.
That was good defense right there by the Bulldogs.
And now again, can the Bears get the ball across the timeline? If they do, they can hold for the final shot if they choose. This is Miley, and she carried the ball. Well, I'm not sure that Todd Grosjean has liked the way that his team has finished these first 2 quarters.
Well, we talked about you're not going to see 31 turnovers, but each team has 10 right now.
Bears will put on a full court press, and it looks like Defiance is not going to get a shot off. They don't.
There you go.
She had the distance on that
She did
shot,
have the
but she
distance.
definitely
Did not have the angle.
didn't have the angle and didn't get it off in time either.
Yep. So there you go. 19-14 at the half.
We will go to break and come back with a little first half recap here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Some people say that Bob Stanton and Santa might be the same guy.
Just like Santa, Bob makes people really happy when he hands them the keys to their new Ford car or truck.
Both are jolly guys who love kids and cookies. Plus, when was the last time you saw Bob and Santa in the same place at the same time?
He's got a point.
If a new Ford or Lincoln is in your holiday plans, come see Santa, Bob Sand at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
The hands-on training and education at Northwest State opens doors for good paying career opportunities with great local manufacturers. That helps me, my family, and my community. The hands-on training and education at Northwest
The academic advisors at Northwest State are here to help you develop and stick with a great education plan so you can get where you want to go. All roads begin at Northwest State.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Halftime here at Bryan High School. The Bears lead the Bulldogs 19-14 here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. That is the main stop scoreboard. I want to thank our sponsors, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Veteran Services of Williams County, Overland Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Northwest State Community College, Krill Funeral Service, by Suburban Auto, Jason Deach Collision and Customs, the main stop, of course, and by BMU Cable and High Speed Internet. Chris Malenga, Thad Goff, and that, defensive battle, as we said early on.
It certainly has, and we've seen a lot of different looks, especially Defiance. Yeah, they were consistent for most of that half with their full court pressure going into zone in the half court, but kind of started to back away from that as the half went on.
Yeah, absolutely, and leading the way for scoring for Bryan. Bryan is 30% from the field, and I think that's something Coach Grosjean is going to hope improves. They're just 6 of 20. They are 4 of 14 from inside the three-point arc. They are 2 of 6 from outside, and they are 50%, 5 of 10 from the foul line. They have 12 rebounds, 3 on the offensive side, 9 on the defensive. Now, against Hicksville the other night, the offensive rebounds were far more than the defensive rebounds, so Bears not getting a lot of second-chance shots. They have 2 steals and 10 turnovers. Delilah Taylor is... she's 2 of 5 with 5 points. Kennedy Lamberson 1 of 4 for 5 points. She's 2 of 2 from the line, 1 of 3 from 3-point. Brooke Lamberson is 1 of 1 with 4 points. She also has 2 foul shots. Addie Arnold 1 of 2 with 3 points. She had a 3-point basket. Kayla Arnold is 1 of 2 for 3 points. 2 points. She just made a field goal. And, Kendry Seamer's 0 of 1. Shalyn Miley's 0 of 2. Riley Burge 0 for 1. And Bailey Krupp 0 for 2. Taking a look at the stats for the Defiance Bulldogs as they pull up here. Defiance is shooting 26% from the field. They are 5 of 19. They are 5 of 8 from inside the three-point arc, 0 of 1 from outside. They're 4 of 9 from the foul line. They have 12 rebounds, 5 offensive, 7 defensive, 2 steals and a block, 10 turnovers. They are led by Joanna Schlatter. She is 1 of 4 with 4 points. She is also 2 of 2 from the line. Tammy Aguilera is 2 of 3 with 4 points. Jordan Davis 1 of 3 with 3 points. She also has a foul shot made. Sadie Tuckerman is 1 of 2 for 2 points. She also has a free throw made. And then Olivia Motes 0 for 2. Trinity Shirk 0 for 1. Kendall Black 0 for 3. Alex Hartman 0 for 1. And that's basically the statistics as you have them here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
And I'm sure one thing that Todd Grosjean has got to be talking to his players about at halftime is we got to finish the quarter better, because in the first quarter, Golden Bears rebounded the basketball with about 8 seconds left, took their time getting across the timeline, didn't have a chance to get a shot off.
Yep.
And then they had to deal with a full court press at the end of the second quarter, but still turned the ball over and never had a chance to get a shot off.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to take care of the basketball, and that full court press, you got to make adjustments for it. It's not going to be super easy to break, but you have to make some adjustments. They did the one time. They brought a bunch of the girls back over. I think 4 of the 5 girls for Bryan were helping on this end of the court, and so we have more options to pass to and quickly get it over the line. But we'll have to see if Defiance stays in that man-to-man or they go back to that zone defense, and see whether the full court press makes a return for both teams.
Well, the Golden Bears right now enjoying a 5-point lead. They'll hope to close it out in the next couple of quarters, or hope to have a strong finish to this one. And possibly, if they do that, they'll have a 3-game winning streak on their hands. But we got a lot of basketball left to be played before we can say that officially.
Yeah, let's real quick before we go to break, just I wanted to get over foul trouble real quick. Carly Smitty has 3 fouls for Defiance. Rael Gonzalez also has 3 fouls for Defiance, and then Jordan Davis 2. And Joanna Schlatter with 1. On the other side for the Golden Bears, Kendry Seamer has 2. Kayla Arnold has 2. Kennedy Lamberson has 2. Brooke Lamberson has 1. And Delilah Taylor has 1. So a little bit better outlook for the Golden Bears as far as fouls go.
Again, they lead by 5 here at halftime, and we'll go to break and come back for the start of the second half here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
You don't always see them, and they don't always see you. That's the time to call Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs in Edgerton. Many of today's vehicles feature very durable and lightweight aluminum construction, and we are proud to be one of the few shops in the area with the proper tools and certified technicians to bring that aluminum beauty back to life. Jason Deach Collisions and Customs on State Route 6 on the east side of Edgerton.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Keeping children safe on Ohio school buses is a priority for the Ohio State Highway Patrol. This is Lieutenant Bob Ashenfelder of the Defiance Post. Safety on the roadway is a shared responsibility. Even though motorists are required to stop as a safety measure, children should always look both ways before crossing the street and remain alert to any sudden traffic changes. Together, we can make this a safe school year.
Back here at Bryan High School, the Golden Bears lead it 19-14 as we are set to start the second half of play. Bryan will start with the ball as they look to build on a 5-point lead. And hopefully by the end of the night, they'll have a 3-game winning streak going. But Defiance, if they win this game, they'll have a 3-game winning streak on their hands.
Always watching the first couple of minutes what adjustments were made by both teams as they come out of the locker room at the half.
Feed inside to McKenna Grube, and her shot does not go. And that's going to be a jump ball, and that possession arrow will go to the Bulldogs. Now we'll see some pressure from the Bears. Long inbound.
That's how you break it.
I was going to say, you want to beat the press? Defiance just found a way, but they can't get the shot to go. That was Alex Hartman. We've seldom called her name tonight.
Nope. She has no points and a foul. And she played like a wide receiver.
She certainly did. She was the one that caught that pass on the long inbound, I believe. Feed inside. Clock winding. Well, there's no shot clock in high school basketball, beg your pardon. Backing in with the miss. I think that was Seamer.
Yep.
And back the other way comes Smitty. Loose ball, last touched by Defiance.
Defiance's 11th turnover of the game. They're going to put a press on as well.
They were consistent with that press throughout most of the first half. Taylor's going to get it across the timeline. Seamer does a good job getting out of that double team.
Yeah, she did. She left it wide open.
Open. Can't knock it down. Seamer gets the board. Three-point shooting has not been common in this game. It's not been very effective, really, for either side. Aguilera well guarded by Arnold. Lamberson couldn't force the turnover there. Here's Schlatter. Triple teamed.
Still gets
Can't
out
put
of
it in. Second try is good. So Joanna Schlatter now with 6 points, and it's a one-possession game. And a turnover taken away by Davis.
If Defiance makes a bucket here, you're going to see a timeout from Grosjean.
Not be surprised. It'd be a one-point game or tie game if they get a three. And that shot doesn't go. That didn't look like it had any chance of going in. Lamberson loses it. And back the other way comes Hartman. Bears do a good job getting back defensively. Feed inside and a foul.
Yeah, they're going to Taylor on that. She had the reach in. Could be her second, team first.
Shallon Miley comes back.
She'll sit. Seamer will sit down.
Seamer still with 2 fouls. She's one of 4 Golden Bears with 2 fouls in this game. Hartman along the baseline, knocked away and stolen. I think that's Miley. Miley slows down, stolen away back from her. And loose dribbling, and the Bulldogs turn it back over.
Hard to keep track of all those. Both teams at 13 now. That's 6 turnovers in this half. They were tied at 10 at halftime.
We had 31 turnovers forced by the Golden Bears on Thursday night. Defiance is now halfway. Both teams are halfway there now. Miley left it short, got it back. Second one doesn't go. Grube gets fouled, and it counts. McKenna Grube with her first points of the night.
That's 3 on Davis, too. That's 3 for Defiance now and 3 fouls.
But good free throw shooting has not been a common theme really on either side in this game. Well, so much for that. Grube completes the three-point play. A 6-point lead for the Bears. And Davis just barely avoids the turnover. Man-to-man defense here by the Bears. And a foul called. Might be a hand check, if anything, on Arnold.
That's 3 on Arnold.
Second team foul of the half on the Bears.
Arnold now really the only person in terrible foul trouble.
Brooke Lamberson will come in for her. She's only got 1 foul in the game so far. Tipped off the hands, but kept alive by Defiance.
Smitty did a nice job of tipping that back to her player.
And the bucket goes.
Coming back and on the offensive end.
Carly Smitty.
She's got 2 now.
Full court pressure again, but this time the Golden Bears, they had less trouble beating it, but they still turn it over. This is Moats. Well guarded by Miley. And they're going to get a foul. Miley reached in with the double team. Got a hand on the ball. Did she get more than that?
Yep, that's what they say at least. That's her first foul.
Just a 4-point lead for the Bears, and into the game comes Emily McKenzie. And Bailey Krupp will come in as well. Well, we could say that the bench play hasn't been quite as productive for the Golden Bears, but, well, they also have a lower point total than they did this time in the last game.
Yep.
Scored 55 points against Hicksville just back on Thursday night. Moats, the kick to the corner. Look down low. Off the hand of Moats. Loose ball. Out of bounds, Bryan ball.
We'll take it.
That's got to be, what, turnover number 17, I think.
That's 14 for them.
14.
Both teams with 14.
22-18, yeah. Our good friend Andy Briggle from WBNO, he did a game last night. Final score was 31-29. We might just be headed in a similar direction. Back and forth.
Each team get a turnover with that one?
It was close. Taylor, the kick to the top of the key. 2-3 zone here.
Trying to trap her in the corner.
They've been consistent with that zone for much of this game. Grube, tough shot, gets it to go.
Oh, I don't know how that one went in.
That's 5 points for McKenna Grube. Slaughter across the timeline, and they get the foul call.
That's actually going to be on, I think, Brooke Lamberson.
Maybe your second.
Yep, 4th team foul. And here's where you got to worry. The team fouls are now 4-1 in favor of Bryan, meaning Bryan has the 4. And, you know, if this comes down to the end and we're shooting a lot of foul shots, you know, extending that game is what's going to happen. If you're Bryan, you want this clock running. Hang on, their player is down.
She remains down, and now the officials see it. I think that's Aguilera, Tammy Aguilera.
I don't know what happened.
The only thing I could think of is she must have twisted her ankle.
She's gimping a
making
little bit.
Cut.
They're going to bring a sub in for her. That is Trinity Shirk.
Yeah, she's still a little gimpy as she gets to the sideline. A long inbound into Shirk. Gets a screen. Man-to-man defense here by the Bears. Near turnover, shot won't go. And I think that's going to stay with Defiance, and it is. Golden Bears switching defenders there that time. They get it in. Schlatter with the pull-up. Got it. She's got 8 points. Leads the Bulldogs in scoring, and now the Golden Bears face the press again.
Gotta get it over.
They get it over.
And she walked.
Well, they're saying that Arnold must have had the foot down, and now they call traveling.
Yeah, that was a Maybelline call right there. Little makeup.
24-20. The feed inside. And Lamberson was in good position, but now can she get control? They're going to call a jump ball.
Yeah, that was actually Groob that went in there and stole that one away.
The Golden Bears will take it, but it looked like that was being ripped away by Hartman.
Kayla Arnold's going to check back in.
But, of course, the brief stoppage in play allows the Bulldogs to get their press set up. Golden Bears do beat it. Traveling call on Groob.
Wow. What do you think?
Didn't look to me like she was shuffling
I wasn't
her feet.
sure. He's called it twice on her.
Get it into Schlatter. A 4-point lead for the Bears. They haven't trailed in this game, but Defiance has hung around. Ripped away by Groob. Lamberson able to secure it. This time the Golden Bears don't have to worry about the press. Lamberson left open. In and out. And a player goes down, no whistle. Not hurt. She's not hurt. And that three does not go. Battle for the loose ball won by Moats. Schlatter can't get the roll, and a foul.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a basketball move with Groob. I mean, going for the rebound, had her hands in the air.
Well, it goes as the 5th team foul against Bryan with less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Well, again, we talked about finishing the quarter, and can Bryan have a better finish to the quarter than they did in the first 2 quarters?
Well, right now they don't have the ball, so.
Tough shot, doesn't go. Offensive rebound, though, by Trinity Shirk. Seems like there have been quite a few of those the last few times Defiance has had the ball. Moats, cross court, saved by McKenzie. Out of bounds, back to Defiance.
Now, how is that? I mean, if you're going to call those fouls underneath there, Kendall Black just creamed Kayla Arnold, and no call. Going for a loose ball.
This ball's knocked in the air, and it'll stay with Defiance. Well, good effort there by Lamberson. Unfortunately, it keeps the ball with the Bulldogs. Moats. And that's going to be traveling.
He's been pretty consistent calling it that way with the travel.
But now the Bulldogs have a chance to set up their press.
And again, the Bears
got a lot more time left on the clock this time, and they beat the press. They can hold for the final shot of the quarter if they choose. Coming down to 10 seconds.
Got to get a shot off here, though. Got to get a shot. Points here.
That's
not
nearly
just
a turnover. Tip back, down to 4. Arnold, the feet inside. Now they got to hurry. They do. Doesn't go.
Arnold could have put that up.
A definitely thought she had the look.
Yep.
But at the end of the quarter, Golden Bears do have the lead, 24-20. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Some people say that Bob Stanton and Santa might be the same guy.
Just like Santa, Bob makes people really happy when he hands them the keys to their new Ford car or truck.
Both are jolly guys who love kids and cookies. Plus, when was the last time you saw Bob and Santa in the same place at the same time?
He's got a point.
If a new Ford or Lincoln is in your holiday plans, come see Santa, Bob San at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
Back here for the start of the fourth quarter, Bryan with the lead, only by 4 though over Defiance. Can they close it out? We had a grand total of 11 points scored in that third quarter. Trinity Shirk around the screen.
I want to say it was a defensive battle, but it was a sloppy battle.
Modes to the lane, loses the ball on the way up. Grube must have got a hand on that one. And a missed 3. That's out of bounds. Full court pressure again by Defiance.
I don't know why you go backwards on that. You always got to look ahead.
That allows Defiance to set back up into the 2-3. Feet inside, and good cut there by Taylor. Results in a jump ball, and that should keep it with the Bears.
Yep. Tell you what, Defiance is a scrappy team. They're hustling for loose balls. They're playing a good press D. They're a very blue-collar team.
Lamberson had it poked away, and a foul on the inside. That'll send Krupp to the line.
It's going to be on Trinity Shirk. That'll be her first. It'll be the team just the second of the half.
Bailey Krupp yet to score in this game. And that remains true.
Krupp is now 0 of 4 from the line today.
One more try and 0 for 2, but an offensive board by McKenna Grube, and she'll go to the line. You know, you like to think that going to the free throw line is a positive, but really neither team has shot it well from the line today.
Bryan 6 of 13 right now from the field, the foul line. Charity stripe, not so charitable for them.
Certainly not. But Grube able to knock down her first.
It's her 6th point of the night.
She is the leading scorer for the Golden Bears. Two for 2. Knocked away. Taylor keeps it in, but not for long. They're going to say last touch by Defiance.
Wow, I'm not sure about that, but we'll take it.
The only player close enough to it, I thought, was Olivia Moats. But, well, you're right. The Golden Bears will take any chance they get. Seamer back into the game, and Seamer playing with 2 fouls. Kayla Arnold, she's got 3 fouls. As far as foul trouble is concerned, that's really the biggest concern for the Bears. Loose ball, and turned right back over. Shirk has it. Going high to get it was Gonzalez, and she's fouled. A 6-point lead for Bryan, and Gonzalez with a chance to cut into that.
It's Kennedy's 3rd foul. I don't know.
For 1 to start. Gonzalez has yet to score in this game, and she's one of 2 players for Defiance that's playing with 3 fouls. 0 for 2, and the Bears take over.
Bryan's now switching to man.
They wait for the screen, but never got one. Feed inside to Grube. Loose ball.
And
falling on it is Gonzalez. Well, that was caused by the double team. Schlatter along the baseline. They're going to call an offensive foul.
Wow, that's it. Wow. I'm shocked at that.
Illegal screen, I believe, is the call.
And who they called that on?
They called it on Jordan Davis.
That's 4 for her.
But the stoppage in play again allows the Bulldogs to get into their press.
There you go.
The Bears beat it. Double team comes. Taylor loses it. Another turnover.
Bryan has 18 turnovers on the night.
Both teams in double digits as far as turnovers
17
go.
for Defiance.
Gonzalez at the top of the key. Got Davis posting up down low. They don't get it to her, and I believe she had the taller McKenna Grube on her. Offensive rebound on the miss. Schlatter gets a screen. Sets a screen now for Moats. It's good man-to-man defense by the Bears, and they get the stop. Only 2 points scored in this quarter so far. Those were on the free throws by McKenna Grube. We have not had a made field goal by either team. And that's no good from Shallon Miley. Driving to the lane is Moats. Can't put it in. Well, she had a good look, if you could ever ask for one. Still a 6-point lead for the Bears and 5 minutes to go. You could say the clock is on their side, but still a lot of basketball left to be played. And that's going to be a foul on Moats.
That'll be her first. Tell you what, she really hustles off the bench, doesn't she?
She certainly does.
And she's not afraid to chuck a 3 now and again.
If she had the drive to the basket moments to go, that while it came up empty, she got herself a good look. Arnold was close to a carry. They didn't call it. Loose ball. Gonzalez has it. And well, Aguilera was not ready for that pass at all. Aguilera, the pull-up. In and out. Is there a lid on that basket?
I don't know, but she definitely missed poorly.
Baseline drive, extra pass to Grube. Can't put it in. There might be a lid on both baskets. Schlatter along the baseline. Loose ball stolen away. Taylor came up with it. Well, Taylor has not scored nearly as much as she did on Thursday, but she has hustled down the floor.
She definitely has.
And, well, we get a foul call on Defiance.
That'll be a Moats. That'll be her second.
And we get a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout.
Take it with them, yep.
Yeah, we'll take it with them here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
The hands-on training and education at Northwest State opens doors for good paying career opportunities with great local manufacturers. That helps me, my family, and my community.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Back here in Bryan, the Golden Bears lead at 26-20. We have not had a made field goal here in this fourth quarter, and we're halfway through it. Defense has been the name of the game, but really both teams have had trouble with turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely.
A long inbound to Arnold. She somehow grabs it, and the feed inside to Lamberson. Lamberson gets around the double team and scores.
That's what you're going to have to do if you're the Bears. You're going to have to find ways to get your inside shooters the ball.
And Lamberson now with 7 points. She and McKenna Grube are the 2 leading scorers as that grazes the front iron. Loose ball out of bounds to Bryan. I think it was Schlatter who stepped on the line. Loose ball. She dribbled it off her foot, and they're going to call a jump ball. That possession arrow will go to the Bulldogs. That was Addie Arnold. Couldn't quite get it across the timeline. And now a full timeout called by Rafael Manriquez, and we'll take that with him here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and high-speed internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
You don't always see them, and they don't always see you. That's the time to call Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs in Edgerton. Many of today's vehicles feature very durable and lightweight aluminum construction, and we are proud to be one of the few shops in the area with the proper tools and certified technicians to bring that aluminum beauty back to life. Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs on State Route 6 on the east side of Edgerton.
Back here in Bryan, it is 28-20. Golden Bears with the lead. Only one made field goal in this quarter. It belongs to Bryan. Defiance has not scored here in the fourth quarter, but down 8 with 3.5 to go. They're not completely out of it yet. Good defense here by Kayla Arnold, staying on Aguilera. Feed inside, stolen away by McKenna Grube. Well, this Golden Bear defense has played a huge factor.
Yes, it has.
Kick to the corner for Grube. Feed inside.
Lamberson triple teamed.
Taylor for 3. Got it!
Well, when you triple team the person playing the post, that leaves somebody on the outside to throw it to.
A made 3. That has been an anomaly today, no matter whether you talk about the Bears or the Bulldogs. They have not shot it well from three-point land, but I don't think Delilah Taylor cared right there.
It's going to be, foul's going to be on
Bailey Krupp.
Yep, her first. Team 7th, so Aguilera will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Unless she was shooting. I don't think she was, though.
I think they are calling this a shooting foul. Nobody boxing out. Well, free throw shooting has not been a strength for either team either.
No, Defiance now 4 of 12. Bryan 8 of 15. And you said 3-point field goals. Defiance doesn't have one. Bryan is 3 of 9.
So they're 33%. 0 for 2 on that trip to the line, and we get a foul against the Bulldogs. I think that's Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, that'll be 4 on her. So now 2 players with 4. Jordan Davis and Gonzalez each have 4.
And Carly Smitty has 3 to boot. So here's Lamberson going to the line. Speaking of Smitty, she's back in the game along with Jordan Davis.
Need to make your fouls. Foul shots, got to play good D.
First one good for Lamberson.
Bryan over 50% now from the line, which is good.
Two for 2. Lamberson now leads all scorers. She's got 9 points in the game.
Last 5 points have been very, very important for the Golden Bears.
Bears have outscored the Bulldogs 9-0 in this second quarter, and a 5-second count.
And that is the 20th turnover for Defiance. Bryan has 19 though, so
they're going to be looking to clean that up in the days to come.
absolutely. And this will allow Defiance to set up that pressure D again.
They've been consistent with that pressure. And Arnold is the one that comes up with that. I thought Addie Arnold had a chance to get it.
Now they're
Just let
trying
it
to
go.
foul, and they're not getting whistled for any of them.
It was more of a hand check than anything there. They don't call it. Try to foul Arnold, and now they get the call.
Yep. That'll be on Trinity Shirk, so she has only 2 now.
That keeps Bryan in the 1-1, so this will be free throws for Arnold.
Yep. Kayla has not been to the line yet tonight.
First one no good. And back come the Bulldogs. Defiance still hasn't scored here in the fourth quarter. Moats for 3, and that's an air ball.
Like I said, she's not afraid of chucking them up.
Well, it looks like the Bears, barring a miraculous comeback, will be headed towards a 3-game winning streak and a 4-2 record. And remember, we got the boys game coming up a few hours after we're done here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Play a couple quarters of freshman ball, I believe, and then the JV game.
Alex
and then
Hartman.
then the varsity game, which we'll have here for you on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Alex Hartman picks up foul number 1.
This will be Arnold at the line.
0 of 1.
She hits the first one. Just 3 points in the game for Kayla Arnold. Two for 2. Feed to the corner.
Bryan, you want good, clean defense right now.
Driving in is Davis. Blocked and ripped away by Lamberson. Trying to get it across the timeline. Arnold does. And she gets fouled. Two free throws coming up here.
It'll be Hartman's second foul. The 10 fouls puts her on the line twice, as you said.
And the first free throw is good for Arnold.
Wholesale subbing for Defiance. They're bringing 4 different people in.
For the Bears, they've now outscored the Bulldogs 12-0 in the second quarter, or in the fourth quarter, excuse me, 12-0. When was the last time you saw a team get shut out an entire quarter? 0 for 2. Oh, excuse me. It was 0 for 2.
No, 1 for 2.
Oh, you're right. Pull-up jumper from the baseline, no good. That was Sierra Markowski. The Bulldogs have it back. Gonzalez gets it to go. So it won't be a shutout in the fourth quarter. But the Bears now lead by 14 with less than a minute to go. That was almost turned over.
No idea how that was not a foul called.
Under 50 seconds, and right now the Bears are pretty much just content to dribble around and let the clock run down.
I'm glad Defiance isn't trying to extend the game down 14.
Lamberson gets fouled. 31.7 to go.
This will be on number 5, Selena Garcia, her first. Kennedy Kennedy will head to the line to shoot a pair. And she is 4 of 4 from the line.
For 5 of 5. She's the first player to reach double figures for either team. 10 points for Lamberson. She had double figures on Thursday night as well. She goes 2 for 2 on this trip. $11 points for Lamberson to lead all scorers. And she'll take a seat with the game pretty much in hand. I believe Seamer also getting her rest for the night. Not a good pass at all, but there to recover was Markowski.
She did a nice job recovering that pass.
That's out of bounds to Bryan. And just 15 seconds left to play, and Bryan can just let the clock run down here, but they get fouled by Moats. That was Taylor who got the foul.
3 on Moats now.
So Taylor will head to the line. Just 8.9 seconds to play. And she gets it to go.
So now she's 2 of 3.
Second one on its way. It's good. Chris, I don't know about you, but I'm surprised that we had 2 players in double figures the way this game is going.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of defense, a lot of turnovers, but Bryan wins it 40-22 when all is said and done.
Yeah, you know, great game for the Bears. I was a little nervous early on, but able to definitely come back and pull ahead in that, especially in that second half, fourth quarter. And, you know, much needed non-conference win. Getting to 4-2 on the season is pretty critical, and, you know, that's just the way we like it.
Both teams came into this game playing some really good defense and really thriving on that defense. And Golden Bears able to get the win tonight once again because of great defense.
Yep, absolutely. You know, that defensive effort was great in the second half, especially. And so, you know, hats off to the Bears for playing hard and getting this win.
Have a little post-game recap when we come back from this break here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU Extended Basic Cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Back here on the Golden Bears Sports Network, Bryan wins it 40-22. They go to 4-2 on the year, and they've got now a 3-game winning streak going.
Yeah, they do, and it was just a good game. You said you were surprised we had players in double figures. I agree with you, but Kennedy Lamberson did have 11 points, and Delilah Taylor, a very quiet 10 points.
Absolutely, and hit a couple free throws down the stretch,
Yep.
and really both teams played a lot of great defense. So we saw the full court press from Defiance that they consistently used throughout the night, along with their zone defense in the half court. And it did give the Golden Bears trouble, but they're able to weather that storm.
Yeah, let's take a look at some stats. Bryan was 10 of 36 from the field for 27.8%. They were a 7 of 27 from two-point land, 3 of 9 from three. They ended up 17 of 26 from the foul line. They had 20 rebounds, 6 offensive, 14 defensive, 5 steals, a block, and 22 turnovers. Kennedy Lamberson was 2 of 7 for 11 points. She was also a perfect 6 of 6 from the foul line. Delilah Taylor was 3 of 6 from the field for 10 points. She was also 3 of 4 from the line. McKenna Grube was 2 of 6 for 7 points. She was 3 of 3 from the line. Kayla Arnold had 5 points. She was 1 of 2 and 3 of 5 from the line. Brooke Lamberson had 2 points. She was 1 of 1 from the field, 2 of 2 from the foul line. Addie Arnold, 1 of 2 from the field, and it was a 3-pointer for 3 total points. Taking a look on the other side of the coin for the Defiance Bulldogs. Defiance's leading scorer was Joanna Schlatter. She was 3 of 11 for 27% from the field. She was also 2 of 2 from the foul line. Tammy Aguilera was 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from the foul line. Jordan Davis, 3 points. She was 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 3 from the foul line. Sadie Tuckerman, 3 points. She was 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from the foul line. Rael Gonzalez was 1 of 2 from the field for 2 points. She was 0 of 4 from the line. And Carly Smitty was 1 of 1 from the field, and she did not have a foul shot. Of note, Olivia Motes was 0 of 7 from the field. So she, like I said, she played some good presser defense there, but also able to chuck up a lot of shots as she did. So as a team, Defiance was 9 of 39 for 23%. They were 9 of 33 from 2-point, 0 of 6 from 3-point, and 4 of 13 from the foul line. They had 23 rebounds, 11 offensive, 12 defensive. They had 5 steals, a block, and 24 turnovers. So there you have it. That's the stats for the Bryan Lady Bears. Why don't we take a quick timeout? Still looking for Coach Todd Grosjean back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Last year, over 390 people in Ohio were killed because someone chose to get behind the wheel impaired. This is Lieutenant Bob Ashenfelder of the Ohio State Highway Patrol's Defiance Post. As part of the patrol's ongoing effort to contribute to a safer Ohio, troopers will continue an increased focus on impaired driving arrests in 2018. But we can't fight this battle on our own. We need your commitment to plan ahead by designating a sober driver or call for a ride. If you drink, don't drive.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and high-speed internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
You don't always see them, and they don't always see you. That's the time to call Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs in Edgerton. Many of today's vehicles feature very durable and lightweight aluminum construction, and we are proud to be one of the few shops in the area with the proper tools and certified technicians to bring that aluminum beauty back to life. Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs on State Route 6 on the east side of Edgerton.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU extended basic cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
Eric, back out on the Golden Bear Sports Net. We weren't ready for that one. Whoopsie.
No, we're expecting to hear from Todd Grosjean.
We're going to take a peek down there. I think he's with the other media, but just a good game for the Lady Bears.
Yeah, absolutely. They go to 4-2 on the season, and they'll get a week off. Their next game is going to be against Defiance going to be against Springfield a week from tonight. They just played Defiance, obviously.
Yeah, it should be a good game. Is that a home game?
That's a road game.
That's a road game. And then, after that Springfield game, we have the Holiday Classic, which would be the 4 teams that we play this tournament here, and so we'll have that. And I see Coach Grosjean heading up the stairs right now. But yeah, that's always a fun time. You get some good teams in here, and we should ask Todd who's going to be here this year for the Holiday Classic because that's always a good time. We cover all the games for that, so even non-Bryan games we'll cover here on BMU TV. And Todd is heading up the stairs here, and we'll put him in between us and go from there. So. All right, so Coach, congratulations. I'll let you hold that, and good game here against Defiance.
Yeah, your definition of good. It wasn't the prettiest thing. Obviously, we didn't play particularly well, but found a way to get a W. And I thought our kids, defensively, you give up 22 points, and to a Defiance team especially. I thought our kids did a nice job defensively. We just had too many turnovers, a lot of careless turnovers. I guess playing some younger kids, you're going to have that. Third game in a week, that's an excuse, though. We're going to have to do that again in January. So, we just positives. Our seniors, I don't think, have ever beaten Defiance.
Yeah.
So,
well, and defensively, you played well, especially in the second half. They only scored 2 points in the whole fourth quarter.
And that was huge, getting to the free throw line. And Delilah Taylor's 3 from the top of the key kind of gave us a little margin. Got it to 8 or 10, I think, at that point. And then from there, we got
right after that a foul that was both free throws made too. So a quick 5 points right there.
Yeah, that was huge. And then Kayla stepped up and knocked some free throws to kind of spread it there. You look at the scoreboard and we win by 18. If you weren't here, see that in the paper and you'll think, well, that was pretty lopsided, but that wasn't the case. It was a struggle.
Close for 3 quarters, but of course you held them to 2 points in that fourth quarter, which you rarely see. What did you think of your defensive effort, especially in the fourth quarter?
We did a little bit better job rebounding the basketball. A lot of times, we do a lot of watching of the basketball, and we get moved around. We're not the thickest bunch of kids, and we just got to establish ourselves and get people on our backs, and for the 3 quarters we were kind of staring up at the basket, see if it was going in. And by then, give credit to Defiance. Their kids were very aggressive. They played aggressively, probably more aggressive than we did, and that was their 4th game in a week too. So
yeah, now a week from tonight you're off until Saturday. You go to Springfield and then the Holiday Classic. What's the Holiday Classic looking like this year?
Well, not to look past Springfield, but our Holiday Classic, all 4 teams come in, and they're all, I don't know if you've been able to say that the last few years. Somebody's obviously struggled coming into that, but Paulding's very good. We can be good at times. Stryker, I think, got beat last night, but that might have been their first loss. Steve Brown does a great job with his kids, and then Fairview's playing extremely well, and I know they were here today. So, it's kind of up in the air. We play Paulding that first game, and Stryker plays Fairview, so it'd be nice to get to that second game, but we're going to have to deal with a pretty good Paulding team.
Yeah, and Stryker lost for the first time against Eden in something like 10 or 12 years. It was a crazy number.
Well, you know what? Eden's getting better. Coach Walker over at Eden has those kids believing, and they're working hard, and that's a credit to her and what she's done over there.
Yep. Well, Coach, take a week to get some rest, get some bumps and bruises healed, and hopefully get on the road and get a win against Springfield.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
All right, take care. Coach Todd Grosjean here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Final thoughts, Dad?
Well, for the Golden Bears, obviously it's it's good to be 4-2. Good to have that 3-game winning streak under your belt, and obviously a week left to practice before the Springfield game. So I'm sure they're going to work some kinks out. And one thing that we noted during this game was, at least for the first 2 quarters, and perhaps you might say the third quarter, was can they get a better finish to the quarter? In the first 2 quarters, that wasn't the case, but a good finish to the game, winning by 18.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's right. You know, that 3 ball, and I said it in live coverage, that 3 ball by Delilah Taylor was like, that was a big momentum changer. You talk about momentum shifts, that was a huge one right there.
Yeah, Delilah Taylor with, that was her only 3 of the game, if I'm not mistaken, and a big one at that. So the Golden Bears win this one by a final score of 40-22. That's going to do it from this game, but we've got boys basketball coming up later this evening. I believe about 7:30 is when that one's expected to tip. The boys, the Bryan boys, will take on Defiance as well. They'll look to get a win just like the girls did. Until then, for Chris Malenga and our entire crew, this is Thad Goff. So long from Bryan High School.